Hello and welcome to HW News. The coronavirus cases and the death toll across the globe are continuously rising. With over 1 crore coronavirus cases and more than 6 lakh deaths due to COVID-19, the pandemic has engulfed our lives. Countries went into lockdown, businesses suffered, and people's health was affected. Hospitals were overcrowded. So much has happened in the last 7 months since the virus was first found in China's Wuhan in December last year. The virus brought the entire world to its knees, and countries are still struggling to get back up. But amidst all of this gloom and doom, what came as a ray of hope was results from Oxford vaccine trials. A coronavirus vaccine developed by the University of Oxford in collaboration with pharma giant AstraZeneca appears safe and triggers an immune response. According to a report published in the medical journal The Lancet on Monday, the vaccine is completely safe and effective. The trials involved close to 1077 people, and the findings are so promising that UK has already ordered 100 million doses of it. Moreover, the pharma company itself has kept a target of delivering 400 million doses by the end of 2020. To understand how the vaccine can play a major role, we are joined by Dr. Avinash Bondwe, Maharashtra President of IMA. Welcome, sir. Welcome to HW News.
Namaste.
So first of all, Lancet published this news first, describing the vaccine. The Lancet's editor-in-chief, Richard Horton, has used three special medical terms for it. He said that the vaccine developed by Oxford University is safe, it is well tolerated and immunogenic. Now, what exactly do these three words imply?
Yeah. The first is safety. The safety is always important. Whenever a vaccine is rather invented, then it is tested in two phases. There are two types. The first is preclinical stage. In preclinical stage, they test whether it is really effective against that particular virus or it is not effective. If it is effective, then the strain of the virus is given to the laboratory animals like mice or rabbits or guinea pigs.
Okay.
Once their reports, the reports in this trial comes rather positively, then it goes into the third stage in which some four-legged animals they are tested, like monkeys or similar animals, and after that, they are after the results are accepted by the central authority of that country, rather like ICMR in India or CDC in US, then the vaccine is allowed to do for the human trials. Now, this safety measure is always tested in human trials. The human trials, they are also of three stages minimum. The first stage, they test it in very small number of people, like say 10 or 20 or 50, less than 25. Then it is in when they give it, they test whether it is producing any side effect, whether that person gets rashes, allergy, or some other problem on their system, body systems like heart, kidneys. Is it damaging or showing some different types of reaction that is seen? Then they test what is the minimum dose which is required, because giving extra dose or unnecessary dose is again may create a problem. And the third thing, its effectivity, it is also tested. So after this first stage of clinical trials are over and the results are when accumulated and sent, if they are accepted, they go into the second phase. In this second phase, slightly higher number of people, like 1,000 or 2,000 people are tested, and in which also the similar things are observed. And of course, the main thing is given, main importance is given to the fact that whether it is giving some untoward reaction, that is what we say, that allergic reactions or other type of reaction. So in larger group, we definitely come across some unprecedented reactions, and that is also noted. The number of people, how many people got these reactions. So once the maximum number of people, say 70-80% of people, get positive results as well as minimum uh, complications, then only the vaccine is tested, and it goes into the third stage. The third stage is very, very important, and it has to be a very large trial. it should include all the races, people from most of the continents, of different origins, different countries, different age groups, and both women and men. Then, if the results in these volunteers comes rather positive, rather acceptable, then only the vaccine is allowed to manufacture or allowed to market its product. So it is the thing. So safety is the first thing. The second thing, what was the second thing you said?
It was well tolerated, and the third thing
Tolerated.
was
So that
it
is the
was
same thing.
immunogenic.
Tolerated means the how much is the dose. Minimum dose should be given. If you give higher dose, then again it may create problem. If you give lower dose, then again it may become ineffective. So the exact optimum dose is decided. So that is well tolerated. And the third point was
Immunogenic.
immunogenic. Immunogenic means whether it creates antibodies in the all those volunteers. If the antibodies are produced, what is the quantity, how long they remain, how much they are effective, all these things are seen. As far as this particular our Oxford vaccine is concerned, it is has some another advantage, that
Yes.
it is rather giving boost
It,
to the T lymphocytes.
yeah, exactly. That was I was coming to. It was said that this vaccine gives double protection. The vaccine
Yeah,
injection not only leads to making antibodies
right.
and T cells. What are these T cells exactly?
Yeah. T cells are actually, its scientific name is T lymphocytes. As you all know, our blood has white blood cells, white blood corpuscles, what we say, and the red blood corpuscles, RBCs and WBCs. Out of these white blood cells, there are five types, and the main important is lymphocytes. The lymphocytes are the white cells. They are rather particularly responsible for the immunity systems. So lymphocytes are the type of the white blood cells. And in that lymphocytes also, there is a particular subtype which is called as T lymphocytes. These T lymphocytes are very essential for the immune system of our body. What they do, they have the memory of the things which they come across, like the memory again in the about the fight against those uh, antigens. That means the viruses in this case. So uh, in this Oxford vaccine, so when the antibodies are created, okay, those antibodies will remain, may or may not remain for a longer time. They may get rather vanished after say 3 months or so, or maybe 6 months. After 6 months, the antibodies are not seen sometime. But the T lymphocytes, this Oxford vaccine also increases the capacity or the power of these T lymphocytes, in which their memory remains constant. And even if these antibodies are no more in the body, so after a long time, the immunity still remains there. So the Oxford vaccine will be effective for a longer period. You
Okay.
must have seen that in some diseases you have to take a booster dose, or you have to take one dose yearly, like
Correct.
that. That flu vaccine we have to take one dose yearly. So they do not have effect on the T lymphocytes, just the antibodies are there. So this is very important as far as the antibody, rather the these vaccines action is concerned.
That's a huge development, sir. But then there is another question of safety and whether there are any side effects of these vaccine.
Yeah, in many cases, the see any effect, any medicine or any drug which has actions, it also has the interact, or the actions and
Reaction.
reactions like that are equal, opposite, and simultaneous is the Newton's rule. Just like that, in our body also, whatever the medicines we take, whatever the injections we take, it has some good actions and some untoward action. This untoward action may or may not be rather very dangerous or risky. If the untoward action is not good for our body, then it is called as a side effect in common language. So these side effects do matter. They may range right from the severe, some rashes, some breathlessness. Sometimes the person goes in shock. Sometimes even the respiration is stopped. and sometimes in a delayed form, it may give some rather problems, or it acts on liver, kidneys, and because of that, they may have their working reduced. So they are hepatotoxic or nephrotoxic. So
Okay.
these things are seen in many medicines. Like vaccine is not rather exception to it. So that's why these things are very important. They are studied very minutely in
Hmm.
the initial trials of the vaccine.
Okay. Now, apart from this Oxford vaccine, which other vaccines are coming up and what does it mean for India? Because we have also begun the process of human trials for Covaxin. And since the Oxford vaccine has an edge over other vaccine candidates, will it be a setback for other countries, including India?
Actually, right now, if you
Hmm.
see the number of people who are rather at risk, whole world is at risk. So as many as vaccines come, if they are effective, every vaccine will be used and will be useful to humanity. Now there are four other vaccines which are in the third stage, third trial, clinical trial, third stage. There are around more than 130 rather vaccines are in the process. Out of that, these five vaccines are in the third stage, like that you said about
Hmm.
Oxford. There
Correct.
is one more which is from Australia, which is again in a third stage. They are rather using BCG for
Okay.
as a vaccine, and they are trying, rather they are given a good trial, and the trial is also getting successful. So that will come, may come in September, October. Then there is one more from this China, the China Sinovac and Sinopharm. These two companies, they are also rather testing in China, as well as in mostly in Bangladesh, in Brazil, and in Abu Dhabi. So that is one is very important thing. And of course, not to forget about the Moderna vaccine from US. They are also they are also in the second stage. They will be rather completing their second stage in recent future, and they will also try to have a good effect. And their vaccine is also getting successful. And fifth is our Indian vaccine. The Indian vaccine, which was rather is a fully Indianized vaccine. Uh, the National Institute of Virology, in the month of March and April, there were some patients from Kerala, Maharashtra, and some. So ICMR is also with that. And this vaccine, after the first clinical trials, preclinical trials, was given to the Bharat Biotech, and they are also coming out with this vaccine. Initially, in hurry, it was decided that it will take, rather, we will complete the vaccine in 1.5 months' time, and will come out with a on 15th of August. But because of those 2 points which you initially mentioned, the safety and the effect. So all these things, if you take into consideration, the trials have to be they have to be extensive. So with after these extensive trials only, you can make this any vaccine safe and effective, and we can judge how much effect is there, how much rather side effects are there, in what percentage you get. So otherwise, what happens if you prematurely come in the market and something wrong happens, then whole process goes in vain. So that are the most important thing which are in the this vaccine, this thing. The Indian vaccine, if it comes earlier, maybe by this year end, that will be really a very, very great thing for India, because India will need vaccine in a very large amount. Till then, we have to purchase, or we have to import the vaccines.
Correct.
As far as this Oxford vaccine is concerned, we know that Serum Institute of India, which is a Pune-based company, they are having some collaboration
Collaboration with
since
Oxford.
April. The
Yes,
work is going
correct.
on.
Correct. Do you think, sir, my last question, this question that many of us are trying to figure out the answer of for last 7 months, will this vaccine lead us to the old normal? Will it restore the old normal?
It's a very good question and very important. Every Indian or every citizen of the world should know it. See, if you take vaccine, if you get yourself vaccinated, it does not mean that the epidemic or pandemic will be in control. Now, listen, look at this scenario. We will think about India. India
Okay.
has got its population 1.3 billion.
Hmm.
So if you want to rather vaccinate minimum 70% of the population, you'll read 91 crore people should get vaccinated, and which is a huge task. Not
Correct.
only huge task in the number, but you see the mentality of Indian people. You remember those days in which all we doctors and the government we tried to make India polio free. For
Hmm.
years together, people were not ready to take even the polio drops.
Correct.
The small things, the small reactions were rather so much hyped, even by media, that people were afraid of taking. There
Hmm.
were some religious thing also was told about that vaccine,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
people are not taking those vaccines that time.
Hmm.
Secondly, if you remember the MR vaccination campaign in Maharashtra, it was very difficult. The aim was to give it to at least 50% of the children and girls especially,
Hmm.
but it was very difficult, and so many people were against it. So consider, if you consider this mentality, again the problem
Correct.
will be there, and
Hmm.
to provide this number is again will take a long period. It will take another, say, 6 months or more than that, even if everybody is committed to take or any promises to take to complete the 91 crore injections will be a huge task. It will take a lot of time. So, vaccination is just to see it won't recur, this pandemic won't recur in future.
Hmm.
Right now, the vaccine is not the answer. And one more thing I'll like to focus that whatever those vaccine things are spoken, that
Hmm.
it's a new hope and everything, uh, it always has some political agenda behind it. If you think about the American vaccine or even the British vaccine or even the Indian vaccine,
Hmm.
there is some sort of political agenda that this is the hope we are showing to the people. That is not a real hope. The vaccine, even if we get a vaccine is invented, marketed. It does not mean that the this pandemic will come to an end immediately.
Okay. So according to you, just your estimate, how much time will it take to return to old normal, like we were before the lockdown?
See, now there are two, uh, rather, uh, two people think with two, you can say that uh, there are two aspects of this particular thing when will come to normal. On one part, people say that corona will never vanish, will have to remain with corona. Even if the vaccine comes, the all people are not going to get take it. Secondly,
Correct.
even if people take, there are cases of vaccine failure. Any vaccine protects at the most by 90%, 95%. Still, the 5% are will be there. So these the corona epidemics will recur every year. People say like swine flu, like
Hmm.
influenza, and will have to live with corona. The only hope is that this corona will die its own death.
Okay.
Sometime in some viruses in the world has rather they have taken backseat in the history, and they were never recovered. The vaccination was not there, and after some time they did not come again. So very very rarely. But I don't think that corona will come to an end. Uh, the normal thing will occur only when the number of cases, number of people getting newly infected will reduce, and for that the vaccination is only answer, and I think it will take another year or so.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That was such an informative interview that I had in the recent times. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on HW News.
Thank you very much.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.